Fog Entertainment back with another movie review, and we're looking at 2012. Weirdly enough, the movie didn't actually itself come out in 2012, it came out in 2009. There's a lot of star power in this movie, if we're being perfectly honest. We've got Danny Glover as the president, and they don't use the line, "I'm bored for this shit." Why didn't they? I feel like that's a massive wasted opportunity in this movie, but we do have Woody Harrelson, we've got John Cusack, a few other people that, Oliver Platt. I was trying to think, where is this guy? And then I realised, fuck, he's in A Time to Kill. Because I could remember him in a couple of scenes with Sandra Bullock, and I was like, what fucking movie have they been in? But that's it. Basically, this movie centers around the Earth, basically the world ending, the world as we know it ending, and basically this guy, Adrian, he gets news from his wee pal in India that shit's about to hit the fan, and this is like in 2010. Then we see him informing the president, and you can already tell at this point that the character Carl, who's like the advisor to the President Danny Glover, what a name. That's what we're going to call him, because if we don't call him that, what else would you call him? But we can already see in this introduction that he's a dickhead, right? And at this point, a few rich people have bought their tickets onto this, and that's kind of just the way that it's went and how these things go, which I think is a bit sad and pish, to be perfectly honest. But it is what it is. I mean, money is money. But I get why. I mean, if you buy tickets in advance, I mean, the money is worthful. But all these rich people, they're going to have all these rich people to rebuild the world on. But they're not going to have anyone to rebuild the world, with builders, architects. I mean, they're just going to have fucking rich people. I don't know, I just thought it was a wee bit ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the CGI, I thought a lot of it was actually pretty well done. If we're being perfectly honest, I thought it was really good. I think they did do the planes on the runway scene a wee bit too much. But when Yellowstone made some good scenes, Woody Harrelson played a pretty good role in this movie. And when people died, man, it was good. I don't mean it was good because they died, but it was pretty good regardless. But if you look at it from a point of view of chaos, it was brilliant. But I mean, I think the fact the guy's driving the limo through LA, and everyone else dies but the Emmons, man. And then the plane, they do it twice with the actual plane. They do it once in LA, they do it once at Yellowstone, and then they do it in Vegas when they manage to get on Oleg's, or whatever the hell, man. The Russian guy's plane. Yuri, is his name Yuri? I don't know if his name is Yuri, but basically they've built it was Yuri. So basically they've built all these three arcs basically, and it's like a continent for each arc, so to speak. You've got your Americans are on one, your second one you've got your Europeans, and then your third one's your Asian countries, your Japan and China. Which is fair enough, but basically, I mean, as the world's falling apart, it's revealed that the last place for the water and the tsunamis to hit will in fact be China, so that's where they built it in the Tibet mountains or something like that. So that's where the things come out. But we've ever seen where what's the guy's name? I can't remember. The Russian guy, man, he tries landing the plane, he gets to the edge of the mountain, he's like, shit, and then it just fucking crashes. I thought it was pretty brilliant. But Yuri's two kids, man, they were two ugly bastards, bottom line. But was it Oleg? Oleg and Alec. Oleg. I can't actually remember the guy's name, but as they actually get to the arcs, our main characters try and sneak on. So, we've got Big Jackson, Jackson Curtis. He tries to get on with his family, of course. It's actually sad that the stepdad guy dies, and you shouldn't really feel too bad for him. We've also these two old singers, one black, one white. They basically try and make peace with their family, but the white guy doesn't. Even though the black guy had made peace with his family, can't even remember the names. But it was a pretty sad scene, all the less, when they do it. And then their cruise ship gets absolutely ripped to shreds. But there is just stupid plot holes. How are the people in Japan, when he phones his son in Japan, right? How are they not aware that the whole world, America's literally been ripped to shreds? No one's even remotely close to question it. I don't know. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, that, in my opinion, but is what it is. So they all die, but basically we're left with three arcs at the end, and then it kind of just ends with they're going to rebuild civilization, and the Africa down by South Africa is the place where you know, um, where the water has receded the most, and we're going to rebuild. But I mean, I wonder what happened to Antarctica. But it would just be like, imagine the amount of money that's just rolling about in the ocean. Like, even current day, there's a lot of money rolling about in the ocean, but everything is in the water at this point. And they're just going to have to go back to South Africa. But I mean, how long would this set humanity back? Like, obviously, there's a lot of people on these arcs. Like, but in order to rebuild what the world had created over the course of the amount of years that it's been here, an absolute insane amount. But your movie ends with them heading to South Africa. The three arcs, they crashed into Mount Everest. Kind of just shows you how high the fucking thing was, in my opinion. But it is what it is, guys. It's a pretty good movie. I like end of the world movies, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Also, Danny Glover dying as president was pretty sad, guys. But anyway, leave your thoughts down below, and peace.